So one question I see floating around is, how did we get here? How did we go from amazing comics that were thought-provoking and just beautiful art and just wonderful storytelling, just amazing stuff? How did we get from there to where we are now? Where the stuff is just sitting on the shelves. It can't move. It won't move. How did the quality go from there to there? Well, one can only speculate, as I'm going to do. Everything I'm going to say is basically just speculation. I'm only basing it on observation. But I think that my observations are somewhat fair at the very least. So I'll begin right here. One thing is the new fan. Now typically, a new fan isn't a problem. We need new fans coming into the domain just so that the domain can exist and perpetuate itself into other generations and be passed down. And it's a wonderful thing to have the new fan. However, there is something different about this new fan, and I'm going to go over that. The new fan seems to only be interested in the movies, and at a base level at that. And you know the people I'm talking about. They ask you stuff like, well, how did it happen in the comics? And did he really do that? You know, that kind of thing. But that's it though. Their interest just sort of stops there. It's just a very surface level sort of interest. They're content with just the movie and minimal knowledge and minimal immersion into the comics world. You know, to say it bluntly, they're not going into the shops, guys. And it shows. So now we have movies being made for the general masses, and you know as well as I do, the general masses are fucking stupid. Oh god, are they fucking stupid. They will put up with any kind of bullshit. Any kind of bullshit, just as long as it makes their eyes happy. Plot holes? No problem. Poor character motivations? We're good. Continuity issues? I don't even know what that is. So the movie's marked for the creators something called acceptable mediocrity. Now, acceptable mediocrity is like if you have something that's sort of, okay, but after a while, okay, becomes standard. And now, because the movies were being shunted into the okay realm, the corporations thought they would bring in some writers and other non-creatives to make acceptable mediocre comics. And we'll get to that later. And that's why the movies do so well. But the comics sit on the shelves. You're making a product for a customer who only exists in the movie theater. Acceptable mediocrity is the bane of creativity. The general masses, by definition, have little to no creativity. Everything is affected by this. Music, movies, comics, games. Oh god, especially games. Acceptable mediocrity is not a goal. It is the unfortunate byproduct of mass appeal. The quality of this product can only go down from here on out, until it reaches its inevitable conclusion. It becomes unprofitable. And so, for the few general masses who did start coming into the shops, they brought their mouth-breathing identity politics with them. This sort of divide and conquer that's running rampant outside the entertainment industry, well, at least it used to be outside the entertainment industry, it's become infested now, and it's because of all the normies. They're so used to it. This is their world. It is their day-to-day. A whole lot of us really didn't want this. We don't even like it, really. We were happy having our own little niche, and we saw it as an escape from all the insane name-calling and hyper-political nature of this world around us. And now you've taken that away from us, and you don't even care. Fuck not even caring. Some of you like that you were able to do that. And you don't have to go far. You'll see them on Twitter, posing with their pictures with their mugs labeled fanboy tears, big smiles on their face. They love that they can make you feel bad. These people that tout themselves as being good people, the world should be like them, they like that they can hurt you. They take joy in it. They are not good people. They only bullshit themselves into thinking they are. But don't misunderstand. We don't lament shitty comics. We've all read a shitty comic before. We deal with it. It's not really a big deal. A lot of us just make a joke of it and we move on. It's just fine. What we reject is you. We reject your smug arrogance, your proud nature of having destroyed something beautiful. Now we're on the tail end of this acceptable mediocrity. The acceptable mediocrity leads to niche markets once again. Only this time the niche is not where it started. The niche is making things through the lens of the so-called creators now. If the creators have it set in their identity politics to be feminist, bam, we get feminist comics, and so forth, and the cycle continues. And honestly, it's laughable to have you guys run in here like you're saving this thing from unwashed shitlords, when you're killing the industry instead. The issues so important to you have already been covered. We already have strong women, independent blacks, competent gays, and on and on and on and on. These characters already existed. You just ran in here not knowing a damn thing, acting like you're some kind of fucking savior. And these characters existed and accomplished things normally with no expense to any other characters. No one had to be dragged down to make someone seem cooler or better. No one's plight was highlighted more than someone else's. This was just great storytelling. That's all it was. You know, a character's traits were meaningful, but yet at the same time second to the story. And that's the problem with identity politics. Anything fun or entertaining or engaging takes a back seat. Message first, and if we get to have fun, well then great, but that was not the priority. And it shows. When the main goal of a comic is to entertain people and make them have fun, but entertainment and fun aren't there, your message is instead, you have a serious fucking problem now, don't you? It's funny, on one hand, you deem the medium so toxic and shitty that you have to save it, only to have it worse than when you started. But on the other one, you don't show any remorse. I think a fan would lament the industry on life support right now, but you don't. You're a real fan though, yeah? Yeah. Happy enough to sit there and drink your mug labeled fanboy tears, not realizing the whole fucking thing is coming down around you. You don't even care, because you never did. You don't have to. You'll move on to whatever the hell else becomes hip, cool, whatever else isn't carrying your message, and infect it like a fucking virus that you are. And speaking of which, I haven't forgotten you, the empty-headed, drooling masses who love the identity politics. When you guys hear that there's going to be a new gay character, or some male character is getting gender swapped, you retweet it, like it, heart emoji, you know, whatever, but you don't buy it. And it blows my mind. It fucking blows my mind. Here is an industry bending over backwards and eating its own asshole just for you. And you still won't go into the shops in any kind of numbers. The astounding entitlement to demand these things happen or be made, only to just click like when you see the post. I mean, god damn. You support something, just not financially. But if I don't support it financially, I'm an alt-right Nazi troll, so get fucked. No one believes you. It's all empty, hollow, and crass. No one buys your bullshit. Because at the end of the day, it isn't about having comics you want, because you don't want any at all. It's about everything looking and sounding the way that pleases your eyes and ears. The entitlement is nauseating. You essentially came in and told some people they were having fun the wrong way. Go fuck yourselves. This beautiful thing that you don't understand, you just want it to look like your boring ass world. This thing is an art form. Telling stories of just pictures and words and nothing else is an art form. I see you like the Roman Visigoths. I know you for what you are. You're cultural barbarians, smashing down statues that might offend your sense. Wait, that's actually not even fucking metaphorical, is it? Holy shit. Anything that does not fit your narrow worldview is vile garbage, and it can only be tamed by you. You're suffering from delusions. The damage has already been done. Our best chance now is some people will get together and begin creating all over again, and maybe in 20 years' time we'll have a viable industry again. I'm not mad that you showed up. I'm mad that because of you, something so truly beautiful, amazing, and creative is now in the hands of a dull, lazy, and insipid. That is the reason why I lament. Not the stories. It's you.